Okay, guys, I'm back now with another video. Okay, and it will be about your test. On the video, you see I'm driving through one test route. Okay, now I see a couple of videos about this, and I just want to put my own perspective on it. Okay, now I'm sure many of you have seen this one. Okay, this is your driver assessment sheet. Okay, this is actually how he's gonna score you, and you will get the result of that one. Okay. Now, I don't know if all of you know how it works. Okay. So therefore, I will put it on a little bit explanation. Green, grade one. Yeah. No effect on your test. You can have as much as there will be no effect. Okay. So it's you can have all. Okay. Then we have grade 2, which is one of the most important one. Okay, grade 2, yeah, okay. The maximum what you can have is 8, but this 8 is overall, yeah, okay. So you can have 4 in a row, that means you pass, so you fail, or 6 in one block. So 4 or 6 in a block, okay. But overall, it's the eighth number. The number 8. The ninth one is your failure. Okay. And then we have the grade 3. Yes? You cannot have even one. Okay. So if you have one, you fail. Now, would I be worried? No. I wouldn't. Simply because sometimes you're just a victim of it. Okay. All right. So just to repeat again, green, grade 1, you can have as many. Okay, grade 2, the blue ones, you can have 8 overall in every aspect here, or 4 in a row. Let's say 4 times, checking your blind spot, goodbye. Okay, or 6 in a block. Okay, then you fail. Okay, now, all right, so let's go a bit deeper in it now. Okay, I want to point out four questions here, which even if you don't know any of those answers about those questions, you cannot fail, but you can have a grade 2. Okay, the very first one is your sorry, the very first one is your technical checks. Okay, which is right here. Technical checks. Okay, so what are those technical checks? Okay, the technical checks is really when you go to your car from the test center and he's asking you to open your bonnet. Okay, and he's asking you to check your oil level. How do you refill the oil? How do you check the oil level? Your coolant. Okay, how do you know how much coolant you have in it? You know at least where is the coolant container, brake fluid, and so on, so on. Okay, so that's one question. As we look at here, technical checks, you cannot have pink, but you can have a blue. And then the next one, yeah, okay, it's your secondary controls. Okay, so secondary controls is when you're already in the car, you're sitting in a car after the technical checks, and he's going to ask you, okay, so the question will be, how do you lift your seat? How do you set your seat to yourself? How do you change your side mirrors? I mean, adjust your side mirrors. How do you uh, switch on the back window heating? How do you switch on your fan? How do you demist the front the screen? Okay, so all of these will be asked here. Okay, now and the other one. Okay, so for that, the other one is rules and checks. Okay, so rules and checks, right? Now rules and checks is theory questions. Okay, technically, um, just up here. So when you go in, he's gonna ask you those questions. Okay, so he doesn't know you at all. He only knows you finish your 12 lessons. So he need to know how much do you know. So, but don't expect he's asking you how does the stop sign look like, or how does he? Maybe you get lucky and you will be asked these questions. But as far as I know, it's gonna be a little bit deeper questions. Okay, so these questions are what you had to know on your theory questions. Now, bear it in your mind, yeah. theory question, it includes, I would say, 900 questions, maybe more. So you need to dig a bit deeper, okay? But you need to open your book or the application and read more, okay? Now, and the last one is your hand and arm signals, right? Okay, so it's right down here, okay? Arm signals and hand signals. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I never see anyone using it, okay? As in, I saw many times the car does not signal. Now I didn't know is actually the signal is broken, or the guy just didn't put it on. But if it's broken, then he didn't use his hand signal. So either way, he didn't know how to use the hand signals, or he just doesn't care. Okay. Now, all my advice with it. Okay, you study them maybe 2 days before, because if you study so early these hand signals, you might think I know, but then when you go to your test, you're just gonna forget about it. Okay, so please just study the day before, because you don't use them, so it's gonna go out from your memories. Okay, all right. So where are we now so far? Okay, all right. So you know how it works, the scoring system. Yes. Okay. So we understand that. We understand we have 4 questions which you can have a blue, as in a grade 2, yes, but you cannot fail. Now, okay, what I would like to point out here now, these questions will be asked when the car is actually not moving. So you're not driving. So you're not driving the car, but you're getting a point. So easier to say that the car is not driven by you, but you getting points what you should have when you're driving. That's a mega luxury, okay? That's an absolute mega luxury, okay? So you shouldn't do that. So these 4 questions should be answered. Now I go a little bit deeper. So 8 is the magic number we're looking for, yes? 8 means, so you can have 8 overall, okay? Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is 50% of the 8. So if you answer all these questions, you have 50% higher chance you pass your test. Now, that's one little thing, okay? And I will show you more, okay? Oh, sorry. Okay, so I will explain to you a little bit more of these, okay? Now, all right, so, and beside that, you're gonna do 2 very important maneuver, okay? One maneuver is one maneuver is your reverse and turnabout. Now, I would say 90% of my people who actually passed first time, they all were able to answer those questions, these 4 questions, and they have not got any grade 2 in these. Okay, now, my personal opinion about the reverse and the turnabout, okay? So the way I do that, okay, I explain completely detailed how you should do the reverse and the turnabout. And I draw it everything for you, for my pupils, okay? So that method fits in every corner, okay? Now once you have that in both, yeah, once I give them, they don't need a driving instructor to actually literally practice. You just need that little drawing and practice, and you can perfect it. Literally, you can perfect it. Okay. Now, okay. So why is it so important? Okay. Let's go another way. Okay. So let's say your test starts at 2 o'clock. Just give you a number. Yeah, 2 o'clock. Now your test will finish at 2:45. Yeah. So 2:45. It's not longer than 45 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Now, so what happens when you go in? Yeah. When you go into the test center, okay, they call you in, you sit down, okay. So the first question what they ask you inside is this. Rules and checks. Okay, that will be asked inside. Okay, that will take a few minutes. Okay. Then he's gonna ask you in the car, he's gonna ask you, sorry, at the car, we'll ask you the technical checks. Yes? Okay. Then, you still haven't left the test center, ask you secondary controls in the car. So, if I'm gonna put this on time-wise, okay? So, all those 3 questions, walking out, and so on, at least gonna take 2:10. Okay? So 10 minutes gone, no driving, but you could already collect 3 points. Okay? Now, and sooner or later, okay, he's gonna stop you to do either way your reverse and your, or he's just gonna stop you to do the hand signals. Okay? All right. So that's another one you can actually say. Now, once you do your reverse and turnabout, if I put together these two maneuver, let's say they all together cost, let's say, 7 minutes. Okay, so 17 minutes gone from your test without taking 4 or 6 grade 2. Okay, so you still have a clean sheet. Now, if I take 45 minutes minus 70 minutes, it's 28 minutes. So you have 28 minutes left to drive and make grade 2 A. So if I'm correct, you might do every 4 minutes. You can do one. Okay. So this is how do I explain that one to my pupils, and I have now it for you. Okay. So just sum up a little bit. Okay. Don't get grade 2 here. Rules and checks. Don't get grade 2's secondary controls technical checks. Do not do your reverse and the turnabout. Practice them as much as possible. So 1 and hand and arm signal, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have 28 minutes left to drive and making 8 grade 2 mistakes. Okay, now I don't mention the grade 3 because it can happen, yeah? So please just think about it. You need to look at it that way because this is how I look at it, okay? Now, yes, you could have, use your mirror all the time and then you won't fail your test. Yeah, maybe, okay. But this method, believe me, it will help you if you think it through, okay? So that was my take on the test, okay? And I use this almost every day when I'm teaching because I think that's how I mold your driving into this, okay? And I know how important those ones. Okay, I know there is a hill start as well, but if you drive quite substantial time, the hill start will not affect you. Okay, so please, I hope everything was understandable. Now, I want you to give me an answer. Oh, sorry, a comment. Okay, how did you find this? Is it helped you? Is it not, or is it silly? You know, because maybe not everybody shared that opinion. Okay, now another thing I would like to say now. Okay, I am doing now automatic lessons as well. I do it also in Dungarvan and the city, and also my website. You can do online booking. So I really would like to. If anybody go on my website, you can book online. Okay, now I just want to say thank you very much for listening. Okay, see you in my lesson.